There were some tense moments for passengers on a Delta Airlines flight from Boston to Salt Lake City. Plane had to make an emergency landing in Denver Friday night because of hail damage. An FAA spokesperson says the hail pelted that plane. You can see the damage to the nose, also the cracked windshield. What a mess. No one was hurt on that plane. The passengers were then put on a different flight. More shark sightings off the coast of Cape Cod. The Atlantic White Shark Conservancy says it spotted at least 17 great white sharks off Monomoy Island. That's just south of Chatham, Massachusetts. 16 of the sharks were caught on camera. Shark sightings are common in the area because of the increased seal population. Now to Decision 2016. More controversy for Donald Trump following comments he made about the moderator of Thursday night's debate. Many of his fellow candidates and members of his own party are trying to distance themselves from that billionaire businessman. Dan Scheneman has the latest. On the Democratic side of this race, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders is campaigning out west. Last night, he spoke to a packed crowd at the University of Washington about his commitment to criminal justice reform. But earlier in the day, his audience wasn't as receptive. Sanders was about to give a speech on Social Security and Medicare when several Black Lives Matter activists, they shoved him aside and grabbed the microphone from Sanders. After waiting for about 20 minutes, he tried to take that microphone back. He was pushed away again. He left without giving his speech. And remember, you can always follow all the candidates every time they visit New Hampshire by checking out our candidate tracker. That's on the NECN News app. And if you don't have that app, you can download it for free on your iPhone or Android device. Well, President Obama is using his vacation on Martha's Vineyard to polish up his golf game. We all expected that, Mr. President. He played golf in Oak Bluff Saturday with actor-comedian Larry David. Reporters traveling with the president got a rare glimpse of him teeing off on the first hole. Obama is on the vineyard for 17 days. He does return to the White House on August 23rd. All right, let's talk early warning weather right now with meteorologist Michael Page. Michael, two luxuries we have here in New England, beaches and boating. Is it going to be a good day for both?
We'll be okay. Just like yesterday, in the sunshine, it will be warm and you'll kind of work up a sweat, but in the shade, you might say, oh, a little cool because it's not very humid.
It was kind of like that yesterday, too.
Indeed.
You walked into the shade and it was a little chill.
Makes a big difference. So temperatures today at the coastline, 60s and 70s. If you take a look at your beach and boating forecast.
Taiwan and China, they're cleaning up after a typhoon tore through their area of the world. More than 20 people are dead or missing, and more than 1 million homes right now without power. Ian Williams has more on the cleanup in Taiwan. In Japan now, a ceremony today to mark the 70th anniversary of the atomic bombing of the southern city of Nagasaki. Survivors observed a moment of silence at 11:02 local time. That's the time when the U.S. dropped the atomic bomb, killing more than 70,000 people and prompting Japan to surrender in World War II. The city's mayor renewed his call for a world without nuclear weapons. In our health check today, a new device could help athletes heal from sports injuries. Therapists get a clear snapshot of progress using detailed cameras. Doreen Gensler reports now.
Basketball.
That was Doreen Gensler reporting. Therapists are using this device not only for injured athletes, but as part of their overall program to prevent injuries from happening at all. Thousands of pets across the United States are awaiting adoption, and next Saturday, August 15th, NECN is helping to clear the shelters. For everything you need to know about this campaign, just go to our NECN News app. We have an interactive map of shelters in New England, as well as a slideshow of something we're calling the Pets of NECN. Massachusetts charter school supporters have filed a ballot proposal for 2016 to expand the number of charter schools allowed by the state. It would allow the State Board of Elementary Education to authorize up to 12 new charter schools each year. Supporters say that tens of thousands of children on a waiting list to get into charter schools are proof that more schools are needed. Authorities say a fatal house fire in Mendon, Massachusetts was in fact intentionally set. A man and his dog died in that fire, which broke out on Saunders Circle late Friday afternoon. The Worcester County District Attorney's Office says the man lived alone at that home. Firefighters got the dog out of the house and tried to revive it, but were unsuccessful. A special ceremony was held in Boston this weekend for the Coast Guard's newest cutter. It's named after a man who died more than 100 years ago. And as our Michael Rosenfield reports, the honor is long overdue. In other news here today, the summer isn't quite over yet, and that means we could have a few more cookouts, right? But how about your propane tank? Is it cheaper to refill it or exchange it for your gas grill? Bob Hansen takes a look. And talking early warning weather again with meteorologist Michael Page. Michael, I see on that monitor over there the muggy meter.
It's back.
Oh no.
Had to blow the cobwebs off. We've had a nice little reprieve from the big time heat and humidity.
Oh, wonderful.
And now it's going to creep back up. The humidity, at least, not turning dramatically hot next week, but a little bit more noticeable.
I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity. Gets you.
And it will be back at the moderate level.
The Red Sox have been up and down on their current road trip. Last night in Detroit, they were down. The Sox were leading in the bottom of the 7th when Detroit's Victor Martinez hit a 2-run homer to give the Tigers the lead for good. Final score last night, 7-6. These two teams wrap up their series this afternoon in Detroit. First pitch just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Pro Football Hall of Fame has some new members today. Among them, former Patriot linebacker Junior Seau. You'll recall Seau took his own life 3 years ago. His daughter and sons were on hand when their late father's bust was unveiled last night. Seau was a 12-time Pro Bowler. He also played for the San Diego Chargers and Miami Dolphins. Up next, a product for the money-conscious college student on the go. Leslie's checking out the Rapid Ramen Cooker. But does it work? So it's the cheap and easy way to eat when you're in college. You know, ramen noodles, of course. And today, our Leslie Gatiss is checking out a product that speeds up the cooking process. But does it work? College or not, I want some ramen noodles now.
That's ingenious.
Yes.
Because everyone at college, and you know, the college kids are going back now. So what a great little gift maybe to get.
We should go get them. We should go get them. All right, thanks for joining us this hour. I'm Justin Michaels.
And I'm meteorologist Michael Page. You're watching NECN, New England's news station.